Hello and welcome. My name is Amanda and this is my channel, Her Pacific Northwest Washington Life. And today kicks off the first day of the day 12 vlog. I can't believe we're already 12 weeks into this whole vlogging thing. Some weeks have been better than others. Let's not talk about last week because I don't think I finished a single book. And I actually from last week have 2 books carrying over into this week. I'm still listening to A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man by James Joyce. I have just under 2 hours left in this audiobook. I was hoping to get it finished up today, but I don't think that's going to be the case. And then I also have The Last Days of Magic by Mark Tompkins that I'm rolling over. I last read that on Saturday, and I only got a chapter through before I was almost hitting myself in the face with the book because I was falling asleep. So I am still planning to, I'm definitely going to finish A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. I still want to give The Last Days of Magic probably another like 40 to 50 pages to see if it's a book I want to continue with, if I like the story well enough, or if not, I might just end up DNFing this book. I also need to get a hold of my friend Eric at Break Even Books to find out if he wanted to start Love Boat Taipei this week. He had mentioned he needed to wait till this week to start, but I don't know if this week is a good week for him or not. So I need to get a hold of him about that. I think that's all of the housekeeping from last week. So right now I've got only like 15 minutes left of work. I'm gonna shut down my computer. I need to go outside and clean up after the dogs, and then I need to practice my violin as well. I don't know what this evening is gonna be. It's my dad's birthday today, but we celebrated his birthday yesterday at my brother's. I might pop over, well, I should pop over and see him anyway, just to say hi and give him a hug and stuff. Other than that, I don't know what this evening has in store. Probably watch either some more of the Grand Tour, or maybe I can convince Sky to watch a movie with me tonight. We'll see. But that's all I have really to update you on right now. Once I get some more reading done, I will come back. So hopefully that'll be tomorrow that I can say that I finished A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. And I can start into something else. I have no idea what my audiobook for is going to be after this. Yeah, I don't know. I shouldn't get myself too excited and get that. Actually, maybe if I get that lined up, I'll stop dragging my feet on the James Joyce book. We'll see. I really hope that my camera comes back home this week. I sent it off to, not to Sony, but I think they use some company for repair. My SD card wasn't inserting into the slot, and when they got it, they said the technicians couldn't reproduce the issue I was having, which I think is a load of crap, but whatever. So they were gonna charge like 60 or 70 bucks to clean the camera plus $20 to ship it back, and I just told them to ship it back because I don't really think it needs to be cleaned. So hopefully, I mean, it's frustrating, and I probably should have tried a different SD card, but I had literally just taken out my SD card and tried to put it back in, and I have inspected it, and it doesn't look like there's anything wrong with it, so I don't know why I was having the issue and they weren't, because to me and to Skylar, it looked like the piece that there's like a little piece of plastic that holds the card in place to like push it down into place, and it looked like that was broken on one side. I honestly think they just forced the SD card in, and that's why they're saying they aren't experiencing the same issues. So we'll see when I get it back. I really hope it's this week because honestly, I'm really sick of filming on the GoPro. And I need to film my Owls TBR to go up Thursday, but I'm going to push that off for as long as I can. Probably film, edit, and upload Wednesday to get that up. But yeah, there's that. And also my TBR for the Realm of Reading readathon. So next month is going to be super busy. I've got the Owls readathon that's a whole month. I've got, and the career that I'm choosing, I have to sit all 12 owls. I've also got a week-long readathon in the Creating & Co book club, and I get married next month. So I really shouldn't be participating in all these readathons, but I really enjoy them, so I'm going to do it anyway. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling, shut my computer down now, and go in the yard, enjoy some sunshine while it's here. It was really, really cold this weekend, even though it was super sunny, but that's not the case anymore. It's really sunny and it's warming up, so that's nice. But yeah, I will check in with you once I've got more reading under my belt. I just finished Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, and I'm giving it a 2-star rating. I just don't think James Joyce is for me. I can't really get into his writing, and I end up just reading and not really absorbing much, to be honest, which is what happened with this book. I really like the narration because it was Colin Farrell, and he's got a really nice voice just to listen to. But the story itself, I'm sure it was a good story, but I really don't know what happened. I know there was a boy named Stephen. I know he went to school, and at one point he was gonna become a priest and then didn't, or maybe he wasn't ever going to. It was just brought to his attention, and something about wanting to do what his mom wanted him to do, and there's a girl. And that's pretty much all I got out of it. So I'm glad that's done. I felt like it was making me stall in my other reading. I was going to save Sabriel for the OWLs next month, but I decided that I wanted to do a reread of this, and I'll swap out Sabriel for Lyriel, which is the second book in this series. I've been wanting to do a reread of Sabriel basically since the year after I originally read it, which was probably like 2015, 2016. So it's been a while. I remember a majority of what happened, but not everything. And I really want to finish this series because Skylar bought it for me for my birthday, I think, the first year we started dating, which was 2015. So these have been on my shelves for a long time. It works for Shop Your Shelves. I think 3 books is pretty good. Well, assuming I finish Last Days of Magic. 3 books will be good for the Irish Readathon, and now I'm really just going to focus on picking up books that I already own to try and meet my goal of 10 books for the Shop Your Shelves challenge. I still haven't asked Eric if he wants to start reading Love Boat Taipei yet, so we'll see about that. Maybe I'll message him tomorrow, but gonna listen to more of Sabriel and finish my reading spreads. I never finished setting up all of my monthly stats pages, so I'm going to do that while I listen. But I am going to make myself a sandwich here soon because I'm feeling a little hungry, and I just made some peppermint tea because I've got a bit of a headache, so hopefully that'll help. I think that's it. That's all for my update for right now. I guess I can tell you what Sabriel is about. This follows a girl whose father is a necromancer, and he ends up being taken by these creatures. I don't exactly remember what they're called, but they're not good creatures. And she basically has to save him from death and bring him back. There's a cat shape-shifting creature in here called Mogget, who is one you don't want to mess with, just like most cats. And there's another character that comes into play here. I know I gave this book a 3-star rating when I first read it. And I think this is kind of pitched for people who like Harry Potter and want something like that, because there is a sort of magic school that Sabriel goes to. That's pretty much all I remember for this. So I'll update you more on what is actually going on as I do my reread. But yeah, gonna make food now. So I will not check in anymore today. I might check in tomorrow. So I will speak with you at some point soon. My camera is back. I'm so excited. And as much as I was being a brat about it not being my memory card, it was my memory card. But I'm so glad to have my camera back. I was getting really tired of filming on the GoPro. I like having the screen, the viewfinder, especially for like setting up videos where I sit down, because I can adjust from the front of the camera and see what things are happening. Whereas with the GoPro, I would have to like set it up and then turn back around and then like zoom in a whole bunch and then go back to the front. And there's just so much fussing with it. It's really great for on the go. I love it for that, but not for like sit down video type things. So, I'm really glad to have my camera back. My wedding band is also on its way to me. It should be here Thursday, so I'll show you that. I realize I never showed you Skylar's wedding band, so I will show you that on Thursday as well. And last week, I went to Powell's in Portland, and I had a small book haul that I didn't show you. So I can show you all those things. It's not going to be today. I'll probably show you the books tomorrow. Because I'm just filming a quick a check-in. I am trying to print out just a couple things really fast. I had my work buy me a Hobonichi Weeks planner for my work planner, and I wanted to put some stickers in it, so I bought some printable kits on Etsy today, and I want to print those out and cut them. And I'm also hard boiling some eggs right now. Skylar's in the kitchen, so don't worry. There's not just a burner on or anything. But book check-in really fast. I am listening to Sabriel. Started this yesterday. And I'm through chapter 14. I'm through chapter 15 as well. I think I might be in chapter 16 now. I haven't moved my my bookmark, but I've been listening to it today, so I'm over halfway. I also painted my nails, just a purpley color. And then this evening I am starting Love Boat Taipei with my friend Eric at Break Even Books. We're going to try and knock this out in 4 days by reading 100-page chunks at a time. The font is really large on it, so I feel like we should be able to do that no problem, but we'll see. So I am in the middle of 3 books at the moment then. I've got Sabriel on Audible, I have Love Boat Taipei as a physical book, and I have The Last Days of Magic as a physical book as well. So a couple books going. I'm gonna set Last Days of Magic to the side just for right now. I did read a chapter and a half last night. I had a headache, so I didn't continue on with it. But it started to pick up a little, and I think it's because it started to we're following a different character, so I'm not stumbling over names and it's not slowing me down as much. So there's that. I'm going to go check on my eggs really fast and see if the water started boiling yet and try and get these printed. I don't think I'm going to fuss with like adjusting the files or anything just yet because I know what stickers I'm going to need. I think I'm just going to waste some ink and some paper just so that I can get these printed and cut and sit down with my planner while we're watching a movie so that I don't prolong our evening because I just want to hang out with Skylar. So that's it for right now. I need to charge my camera because it hasn't been charged for some time, and I will check in with you tomorrow most likely. Alright, I'm about to head to bed, but I want to give a quick update on my reading. I am halfway through Love Boat Taipei now. I read through chapter 19 tonight. That sounds about right. Yeah, so I'm at the start of chapter 20. And I haven't checked in with Eric yet tonight about this section, so I'm gonna let him know that I finished that. But I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm actually really surprised by how much I'm enjoying this because I am not much of a contemporary reader, but it's good for a palate cleanse. And I like the main character a lot. I like kind of learning more about the culture and just kind of these kids' experiences being away from a lot of them have very like oppressive parents who just have their life so structured out and they want the best for their kids, but are quite forceful in like the direction they want their lives to take. So it's really interesting to see these characters kind of break away from the rigidity of their day-to-day lives and kind of just get to have this summer and these experiences and things like that. I like Ever a lot. I also really like Rick. Sophie, I could kind of give or take, but I think it's pretty good to like two of the three main characters. There's also this guy named Xavier who's comes across as just this like rich boy, I don't care about anything sort of thing, but I think there's actually something a little more going on with him. But I still don't really care for him, and like how he treats people and stuff is just not great. Even if he's not very happy with his life, he doesn't need to treat people like he does. There is a fake dating trope in this, which I'm really liking. And I was kind of expecting, but also kind of not. So that's fun. She just got introduced to a bunch of family members, and they all love her. It was introduced because the family doesn't like the guy's current girlfriend, and he wanted a weekend to not have them bash the girlfriend. So yeah, there's that. So I'll have this finished Friday. I've got 2 more 100-page sections, and then I'll be done. I've also made quite a bit of progress in Sabriel. I think I've got, last time I remember seeing there were 3.5 hours left in my audiobook, but I'm pretty sure it's under that. Probably closer to the 2.5-hour mark left. So really enjoying my reread of that. There's a lot more that I forgot than I thought I did. And I'll be honest, I really don't remember how the end ends. But I am planning to pick up Lyriel right after this. So that way, so that way I can just binge read the series and get that done. And not put it off like I was doing and then have to reread it again. I'm gonna go to bed now because I keep yawning and nobody wants to watch a video where someone keeps yawning. So I will check in tomorrow. We have to go drop Sky's sporty car off at a shop for it to get an alignment. And other than that, we'll probably just come home and watch some TV. We started watching The Sopranos yesterday. So we watched a couple, I think 2 episodes yesterday and 2 more today. So that'll probably be the rest of our week, but we'll see. So yeah, I'm gonna go for now, and I'll probably finish Sabriel tomorrow morning or early afternoon or something. So I will give a quick wrap up of what that was like when I finish it. So I will check in with you pretty soon. So I don't have a reading update since yesterday, but I do have a little bit of a life update, which I forgot to mention during my check-in yesterday. I got a call from the state park letting me know that they had to cancel all events at the venue where we're getting married for April, and our wedding is April 25th. So sad to say, but also kind of a little happy. Not kind of, I am a little happy as well that it got canceled. because we are going to have our wedding now, same day, same time, everything. But it's going to be on my brother's property, which is the property that he and I grew up on. So it's kind of, not kind of, it's like way more meaningful to me than the state park would be. Also, it's stressing me out a lot less. I do need to call a couple rental companies nearby about tents and tables and chairs and those sorts of things, but I think we should be just fine. But now I don't have to worry about like when I can take stuff over to set up and everything like that. I know the property really well. I grew up on it for 22 years. Well, I lived on it for 22 years. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think my brother is also really excited that we are going to be using that property. Part of the reason he bought it from my parents was because it's a good chunk of land, it's 5 acres, but also because he wanted to continue to have those memories and gatherings at that property. So I'm really excited that my brother's all for it and that we don't have to postpone the wedding or anything. I do need to let all of our guests know, obviously, that there was a change, but I was expecting it, and it was just a relief to finally hear, so that we can start making other plans and things like that. We're gonna get fully refunded, which is great. And with that money, we'll be able to rent everything we need for, sitting and not getting rained on. Hopefully, it'll be a nice not autumn, nice April day, but we'll see. With Washington, you never know what spring is gonna be like. And we are officially hitting the first day of spring today, so it could literally be anything. But I'm hoping if it does rain, it's only a nice little drizzle in the morning or something, and then it's just nice and sunny like it is today. So we'll see. But what could have been very upsetting news is not. I just wanted to give you all an update on that. I also promised a couple weeks ago to show you Skylar's wedding band. And my wedding band came in the mail yesterday, so I'll show you both of those. And then I'm sitting next to my bookshelves, so that way I can show you the books I picked up at Powell's last week with our shelves. So I'm gonna change angles a little bit on this camera, set it down so that way I can show you these rings. Actually, yeah, let me do that. All right, so first wedding band is Skylar's. We bought his on the Manly Band's website, and it is a black, I don't know what it is. I can leave it linked. Oh, it's a zirconium. And it's got this like nice black, but also it's kind of like a gunmetal-y gray around the outside. And then the main portion is this silver. It's kind of like a brushed nickel sort of look. It's really cool. We did order his originally in a 10.5 and it was too small. So we ordered, they have a free 30-day return or exchange policy. So we were able to exchange his right away and get, I think we bumped up a full size on his. So I think we went to an 11.5. But really great customer service. They've got a wide variety of rings and things like that. And it was just a really good experience shopping with them. Super easy. I might have a referral link for them. If I do, I'll leave it down below. If not, I'll just leave the website down below. But that's Skylar's ring. And then my ring is a custom, like hand engraved band, which hopefully you can see the detail, maybe not, from Green Lake Jewelry, which is a jewelry shop in Seattle. It's a platinum band and it just has hand engraved filigree on it. It matches my engagement ring on the side, which has the filigree as well. So I think they'll go pretty well together. The main reason I was not gonna get a wedding band, I didn't want one, but but the main reason I changed my mind is because I do travel for work a lot, and it scares me to travel with my engagement ring because I am in the habit of taking it off at night every night. So I don't want to end up forgetting it in a hotel or anything like that. And I also don't want to wear it to sleep because I don't want to run the chance of like snagging it on sheets or anything like that. So this will be, I'm going to wear the engagement ring and the band together all the time. But when I'm travel, I'm going to leave my engagement ring at home. Funny thing, I am a 5 1/4 and Sky I think is an 11 1/2, and my ring fits inside his with like so much extra space, it's ridiculous. But that's it for wedding ring stuff. So now I'm gonna show you the books that I picked up at Powell's. So in front here, these books don't matter. They are my Owls TBR. Let me push those out of the way a bit more. Should have done this before I turned on the camera, but that's okay. So these are, I'm pretty sure, all the books I picked up in Powell's. This one, Darshell does have a books and planner subscription box that she does bi-monthly through the Books and Planners Facebook group. I think she usually only has around like 31 boxes. She had an extra one for her Harry Potter themed box. So when she came up to Portland, she brought this up for me, which was very, very sweet of her. I also bought The Child Finder. It was one of the group books. I think it was for January, which I didn't read because I'm a scaredy cat. And this is a little bit of a thriller. I'm not entirely sure how much. But then I got a couple like fantasy books here. I picked up The Princess Bride. I'm going to be honest, I don't like The Princess Bride, the movie. I haven't tried watching it in forever, so I might like it now, but I wanted to give the book a shot just to see. Darshell convinced Kayla, Tasia, and I all to get a copy of The Secret Life of Bees because it's one of her favorites. And then I picked up some more volumes of Vampire Knight. I was missing, obviously, 8 and 9, and then I have 10. And I figured there's still 11 through 19 that I needed, so I figured I'd pick up 14 while I saw it. So that's my little Powell's book haul. I think that's going to be it for my check-in for the moment. I've got about an hour left of work, just took a quick break to do this check-in. And when Sky gets home, we have to run his car up to a shop to do an alignment on it. So I have to follow him, that way I can bring him home, and then tomorrow I'll have to take him up so that he can drive his car home and stuff. So I'll definitely be listening to Sabriel on my drive to the shop, and we'll see how much I can get read. I think I might turn that on now, and before we leave the house, do a couple chores and things like that and just listen to it. I've been watching YouTube videos and getting caught up on YouTube because I'm super far behind, which is fine. But I want to get Sabriel finished so that I can start in on Lyriel and get some more books read before the month ends. So that's it for right now. I will check in with you all here probably tonight after I read my next section of Love Boat Taipei. So I will check in with you soon. I want to do a quick check-in. Weird angle, bad lighting, because I'm sitting with my back to the sun, obviously. I just finished Sabriel by Garth Nix, which was a reread for me. I'm giving it a 3-star rating, which is what I gave it last time. I enjoyed the reread of this a lot. I remembered quite a bit of what happened, but this definitely did remind me of some events that happened at the end. So I'm done with that now, and I am gonna jump right into Lyriel as soon as I finish this clip. This is the sequel. It follows different characters And I'm not entirely sure if any of our old characters are going to be in this book as well. I think they might come together in Aborzen, but I'm not entirely sure yet. So I will find out and let you guys know. Definitely looking forward to reading this and finally getting further in the series, since I've had it on my shelves for almost 5 years. So it'll be good to finally read this. Love Boat Taipei is going pretty well. I am 3/4 of the way through that now. I've got my last 100-page section that I'm going to read tonight. And I'll give final thoughts and things like that when I finish it. I'll probably check in tomorrow and not tonight when I'm done, because I have been reading it in bed. So definitely stay tuned for that. So far, enjoying it quite a bit though. A lot more than I thought I would. Though I don't read contemporary a lot, but when I do, the ones that I've been picking up, I've been really enjoying. But I also don't relate very well to teenagers. This one, the main characters are most of the ones that we're following, they have just graduated from high school, and this is the summer before they go to college. So they're all around the 17 to 19-year-old mark. And I just don't relate, because honestly, I wasn't much of a proper teenager. I didn't rebel or anything. I've always had a really good relationship with my parents. I'm sure I was bratty at some points, but never to the point of what like these teenagers are represented as. And I know that's like, I'm mostly the exception to the norm. I was not a normal teenager, and that's okay. But when I read books about teenagers, I always have a hard time like understanding their thought process behind decisions and things like that. So for me, it's just like, well, you should have known better. Why are you doing this? Like, come on, you were raised better than this. But at the same time, especially with Ever, like it's her first time being away from her family and not having rules to abide by or anything like that. She can really just make her own decisions, and especially being, I'm not going to say pressured, but definitely influenced by other people who are at Love Boat to kind of make decisions of and do things that she probably wouldn't normally go for doing. So lots of shenanigans happening, lots of not great things happening that have really just bad repercussions and stuff like that. But I am excited to see how this ends. There is a love triangle within this, which honestly makes me really uncomfortable. We're kind of getting a little bit more background behind like both love interests and kind of their motives for liking Ever and things like that. But one of them I don't really understand. So I've got love triangle. I also mentioned that we have a fake dating trope. So there's those things. But I am enjoying it. So we'll see how the rest of it goes when I finish that tonight. I've got under 100 pages left. So that'll be perfect. Right now I am working on wedding stuff. I'm working on this is crepe paper. It's like that kind of tissue papery feeling stuff with the ridges. So I'm making crepe paper carnations, and I've got 48 of them to make, and I just glued on all of these, they're recycled cotton balls, I guess you could say. Not I guess, that is what they are. One is like a 25 millimeter and the other is a 14 millimeter. So I just did that to all of my wrapped wire that I've got right now. Next up, I've got these oval pieces that I'm cutting out. I know this is really hard to see because of the sun behind me. But I've got these ovals that I'm cutting out. I've got a little template here. And the next step is to wrap those around the balls here, and then we start building the carnation pieces and stuff. So that's what I'm working on. It's only 12:30. Sky will be home probably by 2:30, and we have to run up and get his car. And then the rest of the night, I'm just going to be doing this, probably while he watches Sopranos or something like that. So I'm going to continue listening to my book for the next 2 hours, get some lunch, and keep working on flowers. So I will chat with you at some point when I get a little further into Lyrial, if I have thoughts, maybe tonight when I finish Love Boat Taipei. I have no idea, but I will check in with you very soon. Hey, so I just want to give a quick catch up. I didn't check in yesterday. There were a couple things that happened, but real quick, there is this house that was built, I think, back in the 70s or something near me that looks like the dwarves' cottage in Snow White. And my friend is a real estate agent, and she said she would be more than happy to let me in to see it. So I'm going to show you guys that. But super awkward thing happened. I pulled up, and then I see this lady walking up the drive. It's like a circle, so it's kind of hard to explain, but she comes walking up, and I start to panic because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not supposed to be here. Someone actually does live here, like private property. I'm trespassing. But she is a real estate agent, and she had an appointment at 1 o'clock. So we showed up during the appointment, but my friend's not here yet. So we'll just wait until they're done, and then she can let me in and see it and stuff. But yeah, it was really awkward, and I was a little scared that I was going to get in trouble, but we're here, and it's really, really cool. But I'm going to wait to vlog anything until they leave, because I don't want to intrude. Like, they're actual potential buyers, and I'm not. I definitely can't afford this place. Though my dream would be to buy it and turn it into a wedding venue. I think it would be so perfect for that. But yeah, there's people here, and it's pretty awkward. So I'm just gonna wait for my friend to show up. Oh, I guess I'm on my phone, so I never know where to look, and it's at a weird angle because it's on my dash. I don't remember if I gave final thoughts on Love Boat Taipei. I don't think I did, because I finished it on Friday, and I don't know. Did I pick up my camera yesterday? I can't remember. So, final thoughts. I really enjoyed the ending. I thought it was very sweet, and Ever finally was able to kind of show her parents a little more of herself and stick up for what she wanted a bit more. So I thought the ending was great. I really thought just the moments she had with her dad were super endearing. And even though he doesn't understand like dance as a whole, and how that can be a good career for her or anything like that, he understands that she has a passion that she wants to pursue. Like, for him, medicine was a passion, and it kind of devastated him working in a medical facility but not actually being able to be a doctor in America because his like degree or his schooling, his background didn't transfer over from China. So I thought that was just a really good ending. I think I told you that I picked up Lyrial by Garth Nix, which is the second book in the Aborzen or Old Kingdom series, and it's going pretty well. We're following new characters, though Sabriel is in this. It's just it's like 14 years or so past the time of where the first book ended. So that's going pretty well as well. I'm enjoying Lyrial as a character. So when we followed Sabriel, she was 18, and as we're following Lyrial, she's only 14. So it's interesting to follow like a much younger character. This would almost be more middle grade, and Sabriel felt a lot more young adult, but I feel like the way Garth Nix wrote Lyrial, she doesn't feel only 14. So that's going well, and I think the storyline's interesting, and just getting to develop the world a bit more will be neat to see what goes on. We've met the disreputable dog. It has been brought into creation, and it's it's a different kind of character than Mogget is, but still just provides some comic relief and just some like unnecessary but very loved sarcasm. Not unnecessary for the reader, but unnecessary for the people who have to be in contact with it. So I think the only books I have going right now then are Last Days of Magic by Mark Tompkins. I haven't picked that up since I started Love Boat Taipei this week, so I might read a bit more of that in bed tonight, but we'll see. And then I also have been reading Lyriel. My mom and I were supposed to work on Paper Flowers today, but their oldest dog is not doing well. So they actually called the vet, and he's going to come out today to put him down. So my mom's just not in a good place. I got to say goodbye to him. He's almost, in June, he would be 15 years old. So he got a really, really good life, and it's time, but it sucks. It's sad. As much of a pain as that dog was, because he liked to bark at everything and just, just a crotchety old man dog. I mean, I still, had him in my life for 15 years, so it's not the greatest time right now, but I think it's good that my parents are finally accepting that he's not doing well health-wise, and that the best thing for him is to just let him go, because I'm sure he's in a lot of pain. I'm sure he's just not doing great, so it'll be good for them to finally do that for him and just let go. I think it's something that they all need, so there's that. On a happier note, I did have my bridal shower yesterday. My best friend and maid of honor threw it at her house. It was a tea party, and it was really great. We were right at 10 people, so we weren't breaking any rules, and hardly any hugging went on. So that was really nice. Just good food, just good conversations, and it was nice to just be able to be out of the house and spend time with some loved ones and things like that. So then today, I'll be wrapping up this vlog here soon. Probably end it with showing you guys this, so I'll probably say goodbye after this, or close out the vlog after this. So today we're at my brother's house. Skylar and I are at my brother's house with our dogs, and we are helping him clean up the yard, because I think I said, got a call earlier from the state park that they had to cancel all events for April, and so we are having our wedding now at my brother's house. So we are helping him clean up the yard just a little bit. Like, it's in great shape, the yard is, but my brother's, a little bit of a perfectionist. He just likes things, he wants it to be perfect. So we are helping him rake up some dead grass and moss and things like that, so he can put down more grass seed today. So that's part of what we're helping him with. He's got a little burn fire going, and we'll be helping him clear out blackberry bushes and other things like that, which will be perfectly fine. So we'll be busy the next couple of weekends up until the wedding, and then I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off of next week, so I've got plenty of time to do my paper flowers. So definitely a busy vlog this week. I've enjoyed what I've been doing. I've enjoyed my reading a lot, so I would also love to know what you read this week, if you had some new favorites. Oh, I didn't tell you, I gave Love Boat Taipei a 4 stars, and I think Eric's giving it at the same rating. But really enjoyed my reading so far this week. Finished 2 books, started a 3rd book, and am still ongoing with a 4th book. So I'll have 2 books roll over into next week. But I would just really love to know what you picked up to read this week. And if you enjoyed your reads as much as I did, I would love to know. If you've read any of these books that I've read, please do let me know down in the comments below. And I will chat with you there and leave you with some Snow White scenery. So I hope you enjoy, and I will speak with you soon, or whatever. Bye.